Hi everybody, it's Angelo, dailyvitamooze.com, and yes, the holiday season is upon us, and it's always a special time when we can be with our loved ones and do special things for them. But it's also a time when we can get really busy. We may be traveling, we may have a lot of family over at our house, and we just may not have enough time or even the motivation to keep our regular exercise or health programs. So today I want to show you two simple movements that you can do anywhere to help you just keep the ball rolling. And especially this time of year where we're coming to the end of 2014, we want to help prepare ourselves for the new year. So let's do this. All right, so if you can get outside to a park where there's a bench, if not, you want to come to something that's maybe knee height that you can step on, or maybe a chair that is stable. So the first movement that we're going to do is a Samson lunge. And what that looks like is you're going to bring one foot forward and sort of do a lunging movement. You're going to interlace the fingers, press them down, and then forward and up. Okay, so we're just going to take that movement and bring it onto the bench. I'm going to step onto this bench, which is somewhere around knee height, and we're going to place our foot on here, and this is going to sort of do a lunging movement here. So this bottom leg, the standing leg, is going to press, I'm going to press my heel into the ground and try to move my hips forward and down. Okay, as we do that, we don't want our knee to go past our toes this way. Okay, so make sure when you're near that end of that range that this shin bone is somewhat perpendicular to the bench or to whatever you're got your foot on top. And make sure that thing is stable. The hands, again, you're going to interlace and then push them forward, up, and back. Okay, so as you're pressing your hands towards the sky and back, your hips are going forward and down. Okay, so you should feel a really strong contraction here on this back glute. You can alternate. Just go back and forth, so a little bit upbeat. Just make sure you're concentrating again on pressing your hands up and back and trying to press your hips forward and down. Okay, or you can stay on one side and just go back and forth like this. Okay, so that's a Samson lunge on a bench. Okay, so the second movement, we're going to come to the back of the bench, and if you're at home and maybe there's snow outside, it's too cold, you can use a chair. And here's an idea: if your family and friends are around, you can have one of them sit on the chair to keep it stable. Hopefully the chair is somewhere around, the back of the chair is somewhere around hip height. It's okay if it may be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. You can play around with that. So here's the movement. We're going to come into a push-up position. So I'm going to try to keep my body in one line here as I do a push-up. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part, we're going to reach our hips back as far as we can and then squat down. Okay, so this part's going to help mobilize our hips, of course, but also stretch our lats here, these muscles in the back. Okay, and then we're going to reach our hips back as we stand back up. So I'm going to try to straighten my knees gently. They don't have to come to lock, but you can try to straighten them, and then you're going to pull onto the back of the chair gently to get you all the way up back into this push-up position. So that's it. We're just going to do push-up. Reach your hips back and down. Reach them back as you come back up and start to pull on the back of the bench or chair, and then again back into the push-up. And that's it. Here are some variations you can do.